News desk. Now, the government today began the journey of identifying victims from the Siaya petroleum tanker accident through conducting DNA tests meant to help identify bodies that were burnt beyond recognition during the fuel tank explosion that happened on Sunday morning. Now, as of yesterday, 2 survivors from the tanker tragedy succumbed to their injuries while undergoing treatment at the Siaya County Referral Hospital, bringing the death toll to 15. One of them was pregnant. Now, the accident involved a truck that collided with another vehicle on a highway between Kisumu and Busia. Victims and casualties had rushed to the scene with jerrycans to siphon off fuel from the overturned tanker before it exploded. This was the second incident in the county of Siaya after a similar incident occurred in July 1998, where 39 lives were lost in Sidindi. Authorities are working round the clock to account for every missing individual. Now, we want to get more updates on this, and Kevin Ogutu is the one on the ground. He's joining us live. Kevin, we know that testing of the DNA is supposed to start. Has it?
Well, a very good afternoon, and I'm right here at Yala Sub-County Hospital, where this morning from about 9:30 a.m. we had a team of DNA experts from government chemists, 4 of them in number, and they were, of course, accompanied by a team from this particular hospital, the medical superintendent, together with some staff from the laboratory department. And together they collected samples from DNA samples, rather, from 12 family members. Remember, up to now, we are talking about 15 who have so far died following that tanker explosion on Saturday night. And 2 succumbed to the injuries the other day. That means we had the initial number of 13. But out of these 13, we had 12 who were burnt beyond recognition, and of course the various stakeholders had that assignment of ensuring that they account for everyone who unfortunately lost their lives in that inferno that engulfed those who are siphoning fuel at that venue on Saturday night, or a better part of Sunday dawn. So far, we have seen the samples from the 12 members representing the various families, rather, samples being taken. We didn't manage to speak to any of the specialists, the DNA specialists from government chemists who are here. Neither have we got the audience of the management of this particular hospital, Yala Sub-County Hospital. Remember, this is the same place where 5 survivors are continuing to get medication following that particular inferno on Saturday night. So the much that we've managed to gather so far is that the samples have been taken. They're now in the hands of the experts, but it is not clear when this will be concluded. We only managed to overhear from one of the DNA experts saying that the families will get the information, the way forward, through their chief or the assistant chief, and one of the assistant chief was actually at the scene, not really actively involved, but of course just a part of those who are being given the brief before the team left for Kisumu or Nairobi. It's not clear where the team of DNA experts had come from. So as at now, that is the match that we have, and hopefully we'll be able to get a statement from one of the gazetted officers allowed to speak to the media so that we can have a few questions that we have answered. We were made to understand that there was a bit of a problem when one of the those who had succumbed, a child, an immediate relative, a mother, could not be found because the mother had passed on later on, and the father could not as well be found, could not be available, and they are hoping that the relative, the other alternative that they got, the uncle to the young boy who was part of those who died in that inferno, will be able to give them the kind of result that they have as they work around the clock to ensure that they account for every other soul that